Workers of Central St. James, show up. You have had a very good evening, an exciting evening, and an energizing evening. I'm not going to turn it down too low, but I'm going to reason with you a little bit. Because as we go forward, it's one thing I want to be assured of, victory for the third term. So I don't need to repeat a lot of our friends here. St. James have a strong team, the best team in the island, starting with my family from the south, the beautiful Miss Marlene Mother Fort in West Central, my colleague and friend, Ed Bartlett, who have been here with us throughout, and of course, man of the moment, Horace Clark, my friend, my political son, and my neighbor in Montego Bay. And we have, of course, our young man, Senator Sinclair. The St. James team is strong, active, and ready to carry the thing forward. My friends, I just want to talk to you as workers first. I want to begin by commending Member of Parliament Horace Clark for organizing this worker appreciation evening. I know many of you personally, some not so personally because they're the children of those I started with. So I know the face, I don't know the name. But the workers of the party and the workers of Central St. James deserve this evening today. You're among the best set of Labour Party workers anywhere in Jamaica. I remember when I came here, what we had in Canterbury, I say Pat down there, so, and who else? The 8 and Sharon, the 8 girls from Canterbury. That's all we had downtown Montego Bay carrying the fight. Commendation, thank you for the work, and you all deserve it. You stand up in a man, make noise, Canterbury, the girls from Canterbury, you can show your face, and all those were with them. Because that time, when I came here, we were told we shouldn't go over there. We couldn't cross the bridge. No, another time come, others can't cross it. Because we gone there now, we control it. I remember when we were told someplace in Norwood we couldn't go. And that was how we started. And we walked the street. The 8 ladies, 1 and 2 from elsewhere, my good friend from Barnet Lane, she's here, Sandra. Remember when we were confined to 75 Barnet Lane, and you had to drive in and park right at Sandra shop because there was nowhere else to turn. Things turned out. So the workers in this constituency, workers of St. James, they have worked outstandingly well. And I'll have to commend my workers and the workers from East Central St. James who has given us 23 years in government. But this part of the constituency, this part of Montego Bay, was the heartbeat of the People's National Party. And you, the workers, turned them out. Labour rights, show up. It was that.
Labour Party marching on to victory.
It was your effort, your many days in the sun and the rain, all of you in this room, together, we have to take over and ensure Era had the second 2 terms. The 3rd term is guaranteed by the workers of the Labour Party, and that's why we have to respect, value, and appreciate the workforce of the Labour Party across the country, but in particular in Central St. James. You are the heartbeat of Montego Bay, Sam Sharp Square, St. James Street, Bandit Street. That is where the people of St. James walk every day, and the atmosphere, the political atmosphere must be right. And it's you, the workers, who are always down there in Sam Sharp Square, keeping it alive, and have worked together to transform the political landscape in Montego Bay and across St. James. Thank you, workers. And you see the party's appreciation, the party leadership word. We appreciate, value the work of the Labour Party workers in Central St. James. Eroy and your team, congratulations and commendation. His Mayor, Worship, young Richard Vernon, the 2 other councillors across the belt have demonstrated, I said, the respect and appreciation for the work you do, hard work that has been successful. And now you're beginning to reap some of the fruits. Because what I want to say briefly, you're not just doing it because you love Eroy, you love Dr. Chang, you love Marlene, the most beautiful lady in Parliament, Homer and Ed and the rest of the team, and you have the younger teams coming up. But this Labour Party government has delivered in St. James. You're going to walk the street again because you have to go find some people. We talk about enumeration, but you know how things stay. Some Jamaicans figure, well, you get a chance already. Give the other man a chance now. But you in St. James should understand what that means. In my constituency, in northwest San Diego, Montego Hills, you see some road running through bush. Am I right? You know it? If you go over Home Hill and go downhill, you see a road that run through bush. If you go Portobello, the same thing happen. You see some road that run through bush. You know why? When the country was growing and people are building houses, they're cutting roads to build housing estates, they changed course and it stopped bram. Everything stopped. Nothing happened. And all that happened, you have the bush grow up, the road cover, sometimes the bad man run through it, and they use one of a woman to dump dead body. Today, it's a different story. The Labour Party government has invested in St. James because we care about the country, we care about the people, and we choose Jamaica. We choose Jamaica. And we know that on this occasion, the people of St. James, led and with the workers of the Labour Party, will choose Jamaica and the Labour Party again to continue the work. As my brethren say, some of us, we might do the PNP thing, you know, but we say forward never, backward never. No more turning back. Where we look briefly at some of the things, and my colleagues have mentioned many, but take note that in seeking to bring prosperity to St. James, we have laid the foundation. The investment of government in St. James has never been equal in the history of the country. Starting some basic as housing. We are building thousands of houses. I think they're going over 1,000 estuary. They're building thousands out at Barrett Hall. We fixed the roads in the informal settlements more than any other time. We're building a community that people can live comfortably in. And for the very poor, we build the social housing. So my friend mentioned already. Which Prime Minister ever said go across the country? All them talk about poor people, how them care. This Prime Minister take $8 million, build a nice concrete dog house for a poor man. When him finish, trust me, change him life. Can you imagine a family? A father in a house under plywood, leaking zinc, and plastic. Him have 2 children. Him can't even go work for send them to school. When they get up a morning time, them uniform wet because rain fall, it leak every day. Them get sick because them get wet with rain and dew. And we look at him and him can't find no work. We build him a decent house. The next day, him life better. Him start a new family literally because a new life he has started. But across that, we are building houses in the last 10 years, never been done for the 40 years before that. You look around Montego Bay, 2 little thing numbers, PNP bill. In addition to that, we have invested in the things that will create jobs and bring prosperity to our people. Montego Bay Airport, in the constituency of Northwest St. James, we have invested nearly $400 million in it. So today we can carry, when my Minister of Tourism said I'm going to bring 5 million tourists, I can tell him bring 5 million more because the airport is big enough to carry 10 million tourists. That is building a country and creating opportunity for people. So every one of you out there, when the money from tourism comes, we spend it on the people. It is 3F money that fixed roads in Lilliput, in Norwood, in Providence, in Flanker. And when you drive past Flanker, some of you out here will remember there was some little truck catch up on the roadside at the entrance of Flanker and selling some fruits, cutting coconut trash all over the road. When they entering Flanker, people say, boy, you got garrison. And what happened today? You pass by one of the nicest stops in the country, shops by the same little people are there. Tourism money, we build them, nice shops, put sanitary facility, fix it, and now is the finest stop in Montego. We can invite anybody from anywhere, come stop there, and people can stop by. And we have the best Ital restaurant, proper restaurant. Come, check out Flanker, right at the entrance. You have the nicest entrance to our community, and it represents the improvement in the opportunity. But more critically, it represents inclusiveness, that we're offering opportunity, not just to the big man, but to all our people to earn more, live a better life, earn a better income. That is the mission of the Andrew Horace government, and we want to continue that mission to your labor rights. I want to give you a short message on security. You know, because we have started to get things right. Man go up in Parliament and say, you're doing what we used to say. Well, we in Montego Bay know what used to happen at the PNP. I understand. I'm not saying things were right, you know, but there are certain things that have been done the right way. The murder rate was high. I agree with many mornings in my constituency. My friends, people I consider my friends, were victims. But also too, because the response was arbitrary, police was taking on some people, sometimes you don't know what happened. I was there when the siege of Canterbury took place, or the siege of Flanker. It was like Montego Bay had become like two gangs at war, you know, one official and one unofficial. That's what was happening in Montego Bay. It's just like a war every day. We're not in that mood, and we have seen crime go down. I want to say to you, I just want to read you a short comment, and I speak on this more another day, after the talent of the Commissioner of Police that this government appointed in the person of Dr. Kevin Blake. He is someone who is recognized internationally by experts at disrupting gangs and criminal networks. There's a comment by an outstanding mathematics professor who come out of the US, who had this to say, to quote from, work by Dr. Kevin Blake, and I give you two short things. Quotation, ordered set theory, don't forget the big name. What I'm telling you is simple, and I'll translate. Allows you to organize networks, a criminal network or a terrorist cell, and mathematically calculate the chance of successfully disrupting the cell upon capturing a number of these individuals. In other words, you look for the key people, and those are the ones you go for to prosecute and take out and disrupt the gang. When Dr. Blake started this process, he had to leave the police force to study because they would not adopt it. I mean, nobody come out with copying anything. He went off to university and did his PhD. But this, I want you to take what the world had to say of Dr. Blake. There's a gentleman called Professor Farley, Harvard, Oxford graduate, who is now a professor in mathematics, respected by all international and in particular United States Defense Force, and an expert in analyzing criminal and in fact terrorist group. This is what the man just say. One, I'll copy one little bit of it. Not many of you would single out the Jamaican policeman as the smartest of workers. And I think you did at the outset, in which case you probably have never met Assistant Superintendent Kevin Blake. You would not have met Assistant Superintendent Kevin Blake. That time he was a young assistant officer. And he started developing his programs. And when they rejected it, he went off to study more and establish himself internationally and do his PhD. We found him, and he recognized his talent, and without any bias or otherwise, he's now the Commissioner of Police, and he's led the police force in a way that is exemplary and begin to get the results we want. That what Andrew Michael said, soon you can see without the burglar bars in his burglar. Because we have seen things happening. The Jamaican police force today is tough sometimes. We are high-spirited people. We like entertainment, we like get together, we are social people. But we had to stop the killing. And all of my constituents who are here, you're my constituency ones. You know I don't like funeral. I only go funeral for the old people I know a long time and for family. Everybody can, plenty in my, I couldn't deal with it. In 1986, my era was my counselor, we worked together. One weekend, 21 men dead. 206. I couldn't attend funerals. I don't want funerals. I don't want policemen killing people unnecessarily, and I don't want gangsters killing each other. Many of them are young men with a future. We have organized, and the police can deal with the criminal, cold-hearted criminal. And we have also organized that young people can find jobs, whether it is out of tourism or otherwise, others too. We are training people. We have established the Caribbean Military Technical Institute. We train young men in the National Service Corps, whether in tourism work, in construction, in truck driving, for the first time in St. James in Montego Bay, to give every young person a chance to live a better life and earn a decent income. And every one of us here, all 5 members of Parliament, have a scholarship fund. Here I spend $8 million in addition to government's fund. Ed spend it forever and ever. Our young MPs, I spend $10 million every year, and I give. And sometimes when we have other programs, we get more to offer young people an opportunity to develop. And in a small note, you know, there's a young man in Norwood. I won't say who he is, but I remember a old lady walk up to me and they say, I don't see Joshua here in the body from Norwood. But Dr. Chang, if you can convert Ruby picnics to pharmacists, you can do anything else in life. I don't say it to boast, but I say it's my pride and joy when one young person emerges from these tough areas, they get to university and become a professional to come back and serve the people. And we have many of them across St. James. That is the mission and our work of the Jamaica Labour Party and my colleagues to create a Jamaica that is safe, prosperous, and healthy. You have a mission to do. And I talk about what they are saying. You, when you go out there to successfully bring the voter in, I give you a reason why. No other government has invested in Jamaica. But more critically, to carry us through the difficult days ahead. You're not good yet, you're not perfect yet. You want a leader. And there is no question about the character of this leader. You want a strong leader. You want a competent leader. He led us through COVID successfully. You want a leader who cares, a leader who will work hard, a leader who will face the political battles. Because of the things he did, he had to be strong, active, and competent. That's Andrew Michael Horace, the leader of the Jamaica Labour Party, Prime Minister of Jamaica, and the next continued Prime Minister of Jamaica for the 3rd term.
Marching on to victory.
Look around Montego Bay. When the economists talk, they don't like right about it. Investment has shifted to Montego Bay. Sometimes my Prime Minister laugh and say, you can't put no more money on Montego Bay, I'm going to sink. Airport is $400 million site. 8 hotels and billions of dollars being spent to build new hotels. We see a highway. You know, when we started discussing the perimeter road, one man said to me from the PNP, boy, we need a road, but we can't make it build now because you get the credit. I said, wait a thing, but it's a Montego Bay perimeter road, not for me or anybody else. And we're investing now $374 million to give you a better transportation system. And we can go and name other things from the housing, roads, Corner Regional Hospital, a sore point by some. But it went, I am a physician, it was never maintained properly. This government comes and says we must fix it. And when it's finished, later this year, you'll have the finest hospital in the Caribbean and in the Western Hemisphere. It will be 750 beds, newly installed with the best equipment in there. You'll have there the only Caribbean child and adolescent care. We care about our people, we care about our children, we care about those who are poor, and we have an active leader who will lead us into a day of peace, prosperity, and a quality of life that we have looked for. My friends, the team in St. James, and I want you, my colleagues, today to just stand with me. My friend, Ed, we came together 25 years ago Marlene, we pulled you out of Savlamar down here. Ed, Eroy, but come here, Mayor and Senator Sinclair. We have a team that is ready to lead the charge, build St. James, and we want to assure our party leader, current Prime Minister and next Prime Minister, that St. James team is strong, active and ready, and it's 5-0 for the third term in St. James across there in the Western Belt. We're going to take it together, my friends.